I screwed up. I broke my guitar. How did that happen? Well, let me tell you a story. So last night I was feeling really inspired and I wanted to write a song using a 7-string guitar. Naturally, my first choice was the VGS, which is a great guitar. It has an Evertune bridge. I swapped the pickups from the stock ones to bare knuckle Ragnaroks, and yeah, this was used on many recordings, including High Status and some solo stuff as well. It's a really cool guitar, but it had one problem. Before I could start writing, I wanted to change the strings because they were really old, and yeah, I didn't like the sound of them anymore. So I proceeded to take them off, and I figured if I took the strings off, maybe I could take care of something that was bothering me for a long time with this guitar, and that is the sustain. The notes. Yeah, Pickles, can I help you? Anyway, the notes would never ring out as much as I'd like them to. I figured that my sustain problem was coming from the fact that the neck pocket was not as tight as it should be around the neck. I mean, there was so much space in there, I could fit a credit card in between the neck and the body. Since I've already took the strings off, maybe I could try and fix that problem. So I proceeded to take the neck off. And my plan was to take a small piece of wood and insert it in that space so the whole neck joint would be a lot tighter and hopefully give me the sustain I'm looking for. So I proceed to look for some wood. I find it, I fit it in there, and then comes the time to put the neck back on. This obviously is a bolt-on neck. It has 4 bolts, and what's the main rule when you're screwing something? Never ever force it. What did I do? I started screwing the bolts back on by hand, and I've reached a point where that was no longer possible. So I grabbed this bad boy over here, and here was I with the guitar trying to screw those fuckers back in. I managed to screw one, I managed to screw the second one. The second one was messed up, but I managed to get it in. I managed to get the third one in as well. And when I finally got to the last one, and mind you, this one is the closest screw to the wooden plate I added in, this guy wouldn't go back in for the life of me. So what did I do?
Never ever force it.
I pushed harder. I was like, "Ah, go in!" My patience was running very low. And the screw head got really messed up. Let me see if I can show you. Let me get the focus down. As you can see over here, and I don't know if you can see, but it's not all the way in. Okay? Right there. At least I managed to get 3 bolts back on. So it may just work out. I proceeded to restring the guitar, and then, if you haven't figured it out already, let me tell you what happens if you don't screw all the bolts on your bolt-on neck. The neck is not straight anymore. No matter how much I adjusted the truss rod and the action how much I raised the action, the strings were still stuck to the frets. It's basically unplayable. That's a big shame. So if there's one takeaway from this experience, I guess that would be to know your strengths and your weaknesses. And I'm clearly no luthier, no matter how many YouTube videos I watch and how easy those guys make it seem. They're professionals. And yeah, I should have taken the guitar to a professional luthier to get my neck fixed. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll keep you updated on my VGS. Try to find a way to fix it. And yeah, until next time, rock and roll.